My beloved child, pause for just a moment. Slow your breathing. Something sacred is unfolding right now. This message did not reach you by accident. It crossed time, memory, and silence to arrive exactly here, exactly now. Archangel Michael is present, gently standing beside you, and he brings a message wrapped in peace, a message from your Father in heaven. Before words are spoken, feel this truth settle into your heart. You are deeply loved. Not remembered, loved. Not from the past, right now. Your Father wants you to know that he sees you. Not just the version you show the world, but the quiet moments, the hidden struggles, the nights when you felt strong on the outside but tired on the inside. He sees how hard you've tried. There were moments you questioned yourself. Moments you wondered if you were doing enough. Moments you replayed conversations, wishing you had said one more thing, hugged a little longer, or understood sooner. Listen closely now. Your Father says, there is nothing left unsaid between us. No regret remains. No disappointment lingers. Only peace and pride. He wants you to release the weight you've been carrying, the belief that you somehow failed, arrived too late, or fell short. You did not. In fact, he is proud of the person you are becoming. Not because of titles, money, or achievements, but because of your heart. He sees your compassion. He sees your resilience. He sees how you keep going even when life feels heavier than expected. Archangel Michael gently reminds you now, you were never meant to walk alone. When you felt sudden comfort without explanation, when a memory brought warmth instead of pain, when a quiet thought encouraged you to keep going. That was not coincidence. That was love reaching across realms. Your Father wants you to know something important today. It is time for you to live without guilt. You are allowed to smile again. You are allowed to dream boldly. You are allowed to build a joyful future without feeling like you are leaving him behind. Because you aren't. He walks with you, not behind you, not above you, but within the love that surrounds your life. Now, let us pause together. Take a gentle breath in, and slowly release it. This next moment is a prayer, not rushed, not forced, but offered softly, like light at dawn. Prayer, full English, Divine Creator, source of all love, peace, and eternal connection, we thank you for the unseen bonds that never break, for love that continues beyond time, for presence that remains even when eyes cannot see. We lift this soul before you now, this beloved child listening in this moment. Wrap them in comfort. Replace heaviness with peace. Replace doubt with assurance. Replace sorrow with gentle strength. Let them feel the presence of their Father, not in pain, not in loss, but in calm reassurance and unconditional love. Archangel Michael, protector and guide, stand beside them. Shield their heart from lingering grief. Guide their steps forward with clarity. Help them trust the path opening before them. May they release the past without fear. May they walk into the future without hesitation. May they live fully, love freely, and rest in the knowledge that they are never alone. Let peace settle where questions once lived. Let hope rise where uncertainty once stood. Let love remain, always. And may this moment mark a quiet turning point, where healing deepens, faith strengthens, and the heart feels lighter than before. Amen. Now remain still for a few seconds. If your heart feels calmer, if your breath feels easier, if something within you feels gently reassured, that is the message landing exactly where it was meant to. Carry this peace with you today. Return to it whenever you need strength. Love never leaves, it only changes form. You are held, you are guided, and you are deeply, eternally loved. My beloved child, remain here a little longer. Something deeper is opening now, not loudly, not suddenly, but gently, the way truth always does. There is a quiet space inside you that has been waiting for this moment. A space that understands before the mind does. A space that remembers love without effort. In that space, your Father is near. Not as a memory, not as a photograph, but as a living presence of calm assurance. He wants you to know something important today, something he could not fully explain with words before. Love does not end, it evolves. When he left the physical world, he did not leave your life. He stepped into a wider view, one where he can see the full shape of your journey. He sees how every challenge you faced shaped your strength. He sees how every delay refined your patience. He sees how every disappointment quietly redirected you toward something better. There were moments when you felt lost, moments when you questioned your decisions, moments when you wondered if you were walking the right path. Listen closely now. Your Father says, there was never a wrong path, only lessons preparing you. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Nothing you endured was meaningless. Even the pain carried purpose. Pause here for a breath. Let that truth settle. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not broken. You are unfolding. Archangel Michael gently stands with you now, reminding you that growth does not always look like progress from the outside. Sometimes growth looks like stillness. Sometimes it looks like rest. Sometimes it looks like choosing peace instead of proving yourself. And your Father is proud of those moments, the ones no one else saw. He especially wants you to hear this. You do not need to carry my story anymore. You honored him through love. You honored him through remembrance. You honored him through becoming who you are. Now, you are free to write your own chapter fully. Not in guilt, not in obligation, but in confidence. There is a success waiting for you, not just financial or professional success, but inner success. The kind that feels steady, the kind that brings clarity, the kind that aligns your body, mind, and spirit. Your Father sees you stepping into this alignment. He sees you learning to listen to your body, respecting rest, choosing balance, honoring your health. He sees you learning emotional strength, responding instead of reacting, trusting instead of fearing, allowing instead of forcing. This is not accidental. This is maturity of the soul. And here is the quiet truth most people never hear. Success begins when peace becomes your priority. Not hustle without direction. Not pressure without purpose. But calm focus. You are entering a season where your energy matters more than your speed. Archangel Michael reminds you now, gently, lovingly, that protection surrounds your choices when they come from clarity. You may notice subtle changes. You may feel less drawn to chaos. Less interested in proving yourself, more interested in building something meaningful. This is wisdom awakening. Your Father whispers encouragement into this moment. Trust the version of yourself that feels calm. That calm is not weakness. It is strength that has learned discernment. And as you move forward, signs will appear, not dramatic, not overwhelming, but perfectly timed. A conversation that shifts your thinking. An opportunity that aligns without force. A realization that simplifies everything. These are confirmations, not coincidences. Now pause again. If your breathing feels slower. If your shoulders feel lighter. If your mind feels quieter. That is alignment taking place. There is also something else your Father wants you to understand, something deeply personal. You do not have to live up to anyone's expectations anymore. Not society's. Not the past's, not even the version you once thought you had to become. Your worth is already complete. From this place, success becomes sustainable. From this place, relationships become healthier. From this place, decisions become clearer. You are learning to choose yourself, not selfishly, but wisely. And wisdom always creates long-term success. Your Father smiles at this. He says, "This is the life I wanted you to live. Free, balanced, fulfilled." Let that sentence echo inside you. Free, balanced, fulfilled. Not rushed, not pressured, not burdened. There is still more coming, more clarity, more growth, more peace, but it unfolds step by step. You do not need to rush the unfolding. Stay present, because in the next part, something important will be revealed, something about your future path, your inner power, and the quiet strength you are stepping into without even realizing it yet. Remain here. This message is still opening. My beloved child, stay with this moment. Do not rush past it. Something within you is becoming clear, quietly, gently, but permanently. There is a shift happening inside you right now. Not the kind that announces itself loudly, but the kind that changes the way you see yourself when no one else is watching. Your Father is aware of this shift. He sees you learning to stand differently in your own life, not tense, not defensive, but grounded. He wants you to understand something very important today. Strength does not come from pushing harder. It comes from understanding yourself more deeply. For a long time, you carried responsibility in silence. You held things together. You stayed strong for others. You moved forward even when you were unsure. And while no one may have said it out loud, your father noticed. He noticed the discipline you developed. He noticed how you learned from mistakes instead of letting them define you. He noticed how you kept your heart open in a world that often teaches people to close theirs. This is emotional intelligence forming. And emotional intelligence is the foundation of lasting success. Archangel Michael gently draws your attention inward now, not to judge yourself, but to recognize yourself. Notice how your reactions are changing. Notice how you pause before responding. Notice how you are beginning to protect your energy without guilt. This is growth. Not dramatic growth, not performative growth, but real, integrated growth. Your father says something softly now. You are becoming someone who leads by presence. That means people feel calmer around you. They feel understood. They feel safe to be real. This quality will open doors for you, in work, in relationships, in opportunities, without force. Because people trust calm clarity. Now pause. Take a slow breath, and feel how your body responds when pressure is removed. This is physical awareness, learning when to rest, when to move, when to slow down. Your body is not working against you. It is communicating with you, and you are finally listening. Your father smiles at this realization. He wants you to know that caring for your physical well-being is not selfish. It is wisdom. When you respect your body, your mind becomes clearer. When your mind becomes clearer, your decisions become stronger. When your decisions become stronger, success follows naturally. This is alignment, and alignment multiplies effort. You may notice now that certain distractions no longer hold the same power. Certain conversations feel shallow. Certain environments feel draining. This is not isolation. This is discernment. You are learning where your energy belongs. Archangel Michael stands beside this awareness, reminding you that protection does not always look like resistance. Sometimes it looks like choice. Choosing rest, choosing focus, choosing peace. Your father says, the life ahead of you will reward your clarity. And here is something few people ever hear. Success is not something you chase. It is something that meets you when you are ready to sustain it. You are becoming ready, not by doing more, but by understanding more. Understanding your limits, understanding your strengths, understanding your worth. You are no longer measuring yourself against others. You are measuring yourself against truth, and truth always stabilizes the soul. Now let there be a gentle pause. If you feel calmer, if your thoughts feel organized, if your heart feels steady, that is because this message is aligning with who you are now, not who you used to be. Your father wants to say something else, something forward, looking. The next chapter of your life will feel lighter, not because challenges disappear, but because you no longer carry unnecessary weight. You are learning when to act and when to wait, when to speak and when silence is more powerful, when to push and when to trust the process. This is mastery of self, and self-mastery leads to sustainable success, financially, emotionally, physically. You are not becoming someone else. You are returning to your natural balance. And this balance will attract the right opportunities, the right people, the right timing. You don't need to rush. What is meant for you recognizes your energy. Remain here, because in the next part, something even deeper will unfold, a realization about your inner authority, your future direction, and the quiet confidence that is about to define your next season. Do not scroll away. This message is building toward that moment. My beloved child, stay here just a little longer. This moment is softer than it appears, and far more powerful than it seems. Something inside you is settling into place. Not excitement, not urgency, but certainty. Your father feels this shift before you name it. He sees you stepping into a phase of life where you no longer ask, "Am I enough?" but instead begin to ask, "What truly matters now?" That question marks a turning point. It means you are no longer surviving. You are choosing. And choice is where real authority begins. There was a time when you looked outward for validation, approval, confirmation, reassurance that you were on the right path. That time is gently ending. Not because you don't care, but because you have learned to listen inward. Your Father speaks quietly now. When you stopped doubting yourself, your life began to reorganize. Notice how certain worries no longer grip you the way they once did. Notice how your reactions are slower, calmer, more intentional. Notice how your energy feels more contained, less scattered. This is not coincidence. This is self-leadership forming. Archangel Michael stands beside this realization, not to command, but to affirm. You are learning that peace is not something you wait for. It is something you practice. And practice turns into power. Your Father wants you to understand something essential about success, something rarely taught. True success feels quiet inside. It does not need constant reassurance. It does not need comparison. It does not announce itself loudly. It feels like steadiness in the body, clarity in the mind, confidence without tension. This is the kind of success you are moving toward, and it begins with how you treat yourself. You are becoming more attentive to your physical signals. You notice when rest is needed. You notice when movement clears your thoughts. You notice when simplicity restores your energy. This awareness is intelligence. Your body is becoming an ally instead of something you push against. Your Father smiles at this. He says, I always wanted you to live in harmony with yourself. Harmony creates longevity, in health, in relationships, in purpose. You are no longer trying to prove your worth through exhaustion. You are learning sustainability. And sustainability builds futures that last. Pause here. Let that sink in. You are not meant to burn yourself out to earn a good life. You are meant to build a good life from balance. Now notice something subtle. You are becoming more selective. Not distant. Not cold. Just discerning. You choose conversations that nourish instead of drain. You choose commitments that align instead of overwhelm. You choose goals that feel meaningful instead of performative. This is maturity. And maturity attracts respect without demanding it. Your Father speaks again, steady, calm, clear. You are ready to be trusted with more. More responsibility, more opportunity, more influence. Not because you are perfect, but because you are grounded. Grounded people make wise decisions under pressure. You are becoming one of them. You may notice now that your definition of success is changing. It's no longer just about achievement. It's about how you feel while achieving. Peace matters. Health matters. Alignment matters. And this shift will quietly reshape your future. Archangel Michael reminds you now, you are protected not because nothing will challenge you, but because you now meet challenges with clarity instead of fear. That difference changes outcomes. There is also something important your Father wants you to release. The pressure to carry everyone. You were never meant to solve every problem. You were never meant to hold everyone together. You were never meant to sacrifice your well-being to be worthy. Your presence is enough. Your guidance is enough. Your love is enough. Let go of the belief that your value depends on constant giving. Healthy boundaries are not walls. They are bridges that allow connection without depletion. You are learning this now, and this learning will elevate your life. Now pause again. If your chest feels lighter. If your breathing feels natural. If your mind feels unhurried. That is alignment deepening. Your Father wants to speak about the path ahead, not in detail, but in feeling. The next phase of your life will feel intentional. You will choose with awareness. You will move with purpose. You will build with patience. And patience will multiply your results. You are no longer in a race. You are in rhythm. Rhythm allows consistency. Consistency creates mastery. Mastery leads to success that lasts. This is the season you are entering. And there is one final truth your Father wants you to carry forward from this part. Trust the calm voice inside you. It has learned the truth. That voice will guide your decisions. That voice will protect your energy. That voice will shape your future. Stay with this feeling, because the next part will open an even deeper understanding about your inner authority, your life direction, and how everything you've learned is preparing you for something meaningful ahead. Do not scroll away. This journey is still unfolding. My beloved child, stay present now. This is not just the end of a message, it is the beginning of a settled knowing. There is a stillness forming inside you, not emptiness, not silence, but a calm understanding that does not need words. Your Father feels it. He feels you arriving at a place within yourself where nothing needs to be forced anymore. You are no longer waiting for permission. You are no longer asking the world to confirm your worth. You are no longer measuring your life by old expectations. You are standing in quiet authority. Your Father speaks gently now, not to instruct, but to affirm. You are ready to live fully. Fully does not mean perfectly. Fully means honestly. Fully means intentionally. Fully means aligned with who you truly are. You have learned something essential through this journey, something that will shape the rest of your life. Peace is not the reward at the end. Peace is the foundation you build on. And now, you are building on it. Notice how your body feels when you no longer resist yourself. Notice how your breath flows when you stop rushing your future. Notice how your mind settles when you trust your inner timing. This is physical intelligence and emotional maturity working together. Your Father always hoped you would reach this place. A place where success is no longer stressful. A place where growth feels natural. A place where confidence feels quiet, not loud. He wants you to know something deeply reassuring. Nothing important is missing from your life. Not time, not opportunity, not ability. Everything you need for the next phase is already within you. The clarity you've gained will guide your decisions. The balance you've learned will protect your health. The self-respect you've developed will shape your relationships. This is how sustainable success is formed. Archangel Michael stands beside this moment, not as a shield against fear, but as a witness to your readiness. You are ready to choose wisely, ready to lead yourself, ready to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. Your Father says, I do not worry about you. Let that sentence land. Not because life will be effortless, but because you have learned how to meet life with stability. You will know when to act. You will know when to wait. You will know when to let go. And those choices will quietly elevate your life. Now pause. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw soften. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. This is what alignment feels like. There is one final truth your Father wants you to carry forward. Not as a rule, but as a reminder. Live in a way that feels true to you. Not loud, not rushed, not pressured. True, because truth keeps you healthy. Truth keeps you focused. Truth keeps you free. You do not need to impress the world. You only need to stay aligned with yourself. From that alignment, success will come, not suddenly, not dramatically, but steadily. You will build things that last. You will attract people who respect you. You will experience fulfillment that does not fade quickly. And whenever you pause, whenever you feel uncertain, remember this: you are not alone. You are supported by love that does not disappear. You are guided by wisdom you have earned. Your Father's presence is not behind you. It is within the strength you carry forward. Remain with this feeling. Carry it into your day. Carry it into your choices. Carry it into the life you are continuing to build. This message ends here, but what it has awakened in you continues. And that is enough.